What's going on? Peace with the family out there. It's your boy G Consciousness. Late night. Back at it again. Y'all see the title. The Dangers of One West Doctrine. The Dangers of One West Doctrine. Peace to the family out there. Make sure my sound is pretty good. See what's going on with it. Let's see if my sound is good. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. It's good. Yeah, yeah. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check, mic check. We good, we good. We in the building, we in the building. Alright, so we good. What up, Clinton? What's going on with you, brother? What's going on with you, you know? Sure. Let me share this link. Man, I ain't gonna be on here that long, you know what I'm saying? I'm tired. I'm more out for reals, but it is what it is. I still gotta get it in. Still gotta go hard. Your boy G Consciousness Shield Squad in the building, man. So, anyways, if y'all ain't seen, then you know you probably gonna see it. Let's see. Let's see. Oh man, you gotta make sure I share this. Let me share this real quick. Alright, get this up there, right there. I wonder how do you do that? Yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Like Yeah, man, but it's been heated around here a little bit, y'all. Real heated. Brother's been doing a lot of lying, bearing false witness. I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but these guys in these camps are getting worse and worse, it seems. Um, if they ain't stealing, killing, and destroying, then y'all see already that what happens, what goes down. That's basically what they've been doing, stealing, killing, and destroying. Um, man, doctrine is just all the way ridiculous, man, all the way ridiculous. So, I want to address some things real quick. The situation over there, heated situation over there with the One Westers, man, is just getting really ridiculous, man, all the way ridiculous. You know, these brothers is doing. I mean, the media thing is the killer. You lying. I mean, you ain't got a lie to kick it, and that's what's going on. These brothers lying to kick it. You know what I'm saying? And it's beginning to be a show rather than really dealing with what this word is saying. And so we see that. And so, brothers saying they declaring war and all this type of crazy stuff and bringing out lies and have no understanding. Now, first of all, let me do this real quick so y'all can see something real quick, so I can show y'all something. So when brothers try to play like they don't know what's going on, y'all can know what's going on. Let's look at this real quick. Hold on, I'm jumping through this screenshot real quick. Give me a minute. Let's see. Let's see. Matter of fact, let's do it like this. Let's see if we can do it. Let's jump back here and jump over here. My fault, my fault. Let's see. Okay, let's jump to here. Let's type some stuff in. Take this off right here. Let's see. Let's look at this real quick. Let's see something. I want to show y'all something. Let's see if it's up here. We can check it. See if it's up here. It's not scroll. Why it's not letting me scroll? There it is right there. Still ain't letting me scroll. Matter of fact, let's do this like this. Hold on. Let's come up out of here. Go back here. And let's do this like this. Cause that ain't gonna work right there. That ain't gonna work. I wanna show y'all something, man. Show y'all how brothers just be lying, playing games, man, thinking this is a joke.
All right, first of
Alright, so let me see. Let's put that right there. Try to pull this up, man, cause these brothers be tripping. I don't wanna put nobody's video up, man. They get the tripping with a brother and try to flag my stuff. So we just gonna let y'all listen and see what's going on here. Let's see, where's this at? Where is it at? Okay. fact, I'm just gonna have to go to this page. Bear with me, y'all. But I gotta find this. Okay, so I do better just going to the page. Let's see if it's in this one right here. I'm gonna show y'all how corner these brothers is, man, and how wishy-washy these brothers is. Y'all gonna see this real soon. Y'all gonna see that these brothers is wishy-washy. And every time you look around, this brother, he always got my name in his mouth. This brother stay hating on me. This brother, he upset, he mad. I know he mad, he upset, because he's a devil. So he's mad at me. You know what I'm saying? He mad because the brother can't lean down and put his socks on. He got to put his socks on sideways, so he mad at me. He mad at me, G. You know what I'm saying? He mad at me because he can't wear regular belts no more. He got to wear rubber band belts to keep his pants up because he been popping buckles and stuff. So he mad at me. She mad at me for it. Where is this at? Where is it at? Come on, we gotta find this, man. Oh, here it is, right here. Alright, let's get it right here. I'm gonna show y'all something.
All right. First and foremost,
so in the chat room, I want to see if you guys can actually hear this. Let me know if you can hear this first off. Let me know if you can hear it.
Give all praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High God Yahweh. We do so in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world calls Christ Yahweh Shai. Brother Chief Priest Alazar Ben Loye, aka the Gorilla Hebrew.
Deacon Akai.
And tonight we got another debate. We got a debate with our beloved brother, Orion Campbell.
So let me know if y'all can hear that.
Foremost,
so in the chat room, I want to see if you guys. Okay. Let me know if you
give all praises, honor, and glory unto the Most.
All right, cool. You can hear it. All right, cool. Let's play it.
Or G Consciousness. Member of the Shield Squad, a brother that many people may have came to know of late after the rise of the apologists and Israelite, quote unquote conflict or dialogue. But this is a brother that's been around for a long time, a brother who we've known for a considerable amount of time. And people may see us arguing, going back and forth, debating and discussing. But again, this is a guy that we've known for a long time and has been a friend of ours and, partner, you know what I mean? We definitely going back and forth privately and publicly, dealing with, differences in, in the doctrines and understanding of the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? So I don't, I always want to make sure we make this disclaimer before we engage in these debates. This ain't a professional wrestling or, you know what I'm saying, anything like that. Sometimes people read a little bit too much into what goes on in social media. So, this is a brother we definitely been cool with for a long time, a brother that we respect, a brother that's not a slouch, a brother that definitely during a period in time where between the Israelite community and the quote unquote Kemetic conscious community, a brother that definitely was on the front lines dealing with the authenticity and the divinity of the Bible and etc. And was definitely a formidable warrior and was given, literally by himself. I've seen him give some of the top guys, on that side of the business, you know what I'm saying, about that Bible. So again, this brother.
Now listen, Deacon Akai, bro, I'm gonna say it like this so you can understand. This the captain of your team right here speaking, fam. Like, if this the captain of your team speaking highly of me like this, all praises to the Most High, because it has nothing to do with me. He's speaking highly like this, bruh. Fall behind that, fam. Fall behind that. This the captain of your team speaking that, bruh. So where do you get off doing a video on me talking as if I'm a slouch or something when the captain of your team just threw the alley hoop to me and I didn't jammed it in. You know what I'm saying? Come on, brother. You out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? You got to fall up under, bruh. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is, bruh, stop the nonsense, bruh. You know what it is. When it comes to this text, you ain't doing nothing disappointed, or none of those things, bruh. That's all I'm saying, bruh. Because when you operate in the spirit, then, you know what I'm saying? People will say great things about you. But this your captain saying this, bruh. So why are you making videos on me saying otherwise? This is foolishness, bruh. Stop the games. Now, if there is any spirit in you of God, if it's there, bruh, you need to understand that you're operating in a worldly way. You know what I'm saying? And you need to come from up under that worldly way. There should be a difference from when you was in the streets and now that you say that you're a believer. You shouldn't be acting the same way as you was when you was in the streets. You still conniving. You know what I'm saying? Still trying to destroy, still trying to kill. He says, be ye holy, for I am holy. Now, hold on. How have you put yourself above the master, which is Christ? You didn't put yourself above the master when he says, follow me, and you ain't following Christ at all. You didn't put yourself above him to where you got this special privilege or this special power to where you can go in and do things out of character when Christ was in character, and then try to look at the book and try to justify it by using or interpreting certain scriptures out of place. Come on, bro. Get it in order, man. You're out of pocket, bro. There's nothing that you can cause to live on your body. Nothing. You can't bring nothing back from the dead, let alone you can't even bring the hair back on your head. You know what I'm saying? And if you could bring the hair back on your head, then hey, you know what I'm saying? Make it happen. There's nothing anointed about you, bruh. You can't even keep oil on the top of your head, let alone try to keep some anointing in you. So, bruh, stop the games. But I just want to continue on because the One West is getting out of pocket. I just wanted to mention that. Secondly, the situation, the vocab situation. You know, hearing things and not really knowing the entirety of something. You know, and me and vocab talked about that situation. That's why I said next time just bring out the entirety of that situation. That way they won't take that and run with that, because you got these guys out there fishing for information. And anything that they see that you say, because they are the media, they helping the prince of the air by getting out here and putting the media out. That's what they love to do. They love to gossip, just like the worldly ways. They know everything that's going on in these streets, right? Except what needs to be going on, what they really need to be watching, right? So that situation, you got your boy Tazariak. Now Tazariak, this brother, and to be honest, you know, this is the latest thing, I guess. The latest thing is to grab information and soundbite it or whatever you're going to do, take little clips of it and just start lying and playing with the keyboard a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's what these brothers is doing. The same thing that the world is doing. See, this is why they webbed in. The web got them. I mean, all what need to be done now is the mark of the beast is push it towards them, because they didn't already took on the program already. They doing what the world want them to do. They this false media is sitting to the side, pushing false information. That's what they doing. Don't know what's going on. They say they keeping the law, but they breaking the law because they passing out false information, and they happy with doing it. How can you sit back and be happy with gossiping And to be honest, a lot of y'all brothers that's doing this on this internet, y'all really showing yourselves. A lot of y'all brothers was the same brothers that was in these streets talking too much. You know what I'm saying? Speaking on stuff you don't know about, which, you know, in these streets, y'all know how that can get. You know what I'm saying? And so now that they out of the streets and they came to the Bible, so to speak, these brothers took them habits with them and got it right here, you know. And so it's weird to me, man, like that these brothers is pushing information, soundbite, and giggling and laughing about it. And why is it that a lot of these camps always got these light-skinned brothers sitting by them? You know what I'm saying? You got over there, what's called main man is Caesar Borgia. You know what I'm saying? Katasa. Whatever type of cat that is, it sounds like a cat name. Katasa sounds like a cat that's real expensive. And then you got your boy over here sitting, the gorilla Hebrew, beside, you know what I'm saying? This brother's head is like an enlarged milk dud. An ashy one at it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, man, like, what's up with these brothers, man? What's up with this chemistry that I see that these brothers is mixing here, which is foolery. And so, man, just get that together, man. So stop speaking on stuff y'all don't know about. Stop doing the worldly thing, because that's what you're doing, Tazariot. That's what you're doing, Deacon Akai. If your way of going to war is spreading lies, this brother said that I had Dalen Roof or white supremacists on my page. This brother don't even know that brother that was on my page. You know what I'm saying? That brother that was on my page has an issue with his health, and you speaking on stuff that you don't even know about. You know what I'm saying? But this Dalen Roof, and then going on people's page and you didn't grab this man. You don't even know this man, bro. You grabbing stuff, you know, just weird, a weirdo, bro. That's weird, bro. This how you spend your time, bro. You know, this how you spend your time. Maybe if you know, and here's another thing, man. And one thing, you know, one thing I gotta say this, man. As black people, we need to stop playing on the minds of the community, because I'm starting to see that black people understand that other black people, they love to hear some type of knowledge, or they love to hear some type of gossip, or some type of all types of gossip, all types of drama. They love that stuff. They love the drama, man. I'm telling you. And so these brothers with the drama. That's why they put the drama out there, because they know that they with the drama. So it's easy for me to come and tell a person that to talk about the white man is the devil. You know what I'm saying? That's easy, because when you got black people that's being oppressed by white supremacy, then that's easy for me to go and tell them about white supremacy and bang on white supremacy all day long, and speak to people that are not in a state of mind of maturity, that will respond in a way that will cause them to be separated from God, because God wouldn't respond like that. Christ wouldn't respond like that. To have these people to be out of time and also out of position to try to go to war or try to do something that God is not telling them to do. So this what they doing, man. You don't go and talk to your kids about certain things because they not grown enough. So if you feel that you got the truth, there's certain things you can't even speak to certain people, because they not even ready for that level yet. Because in their mind, they're going to take that and trample over that in the first place. So you got to know who you talking to out here, how they respond. That's like me going to go tell a brother, hey, man, I know a brother that he's a straight killer. And I go say, hey, man, listen, I seen this dude, man, and I know how he probably feel about his woman. And I say, man, I seen this dude, bruh, and this dude, he was talking to your wife, right? But I don't give him the details. I just say he had a conversation with your wife, and then this dude, I tell him this, knowing that he gonna click. The first thing he gonna do is go try to choke something to kill something. No, I can't give him that type of conversation like that. You know what I'm saying? I can't give him, because I know that type of conversation would damage or handle him. This is like me going to a drug dealer, right? I mean, going to a person that smoke crack and tell them, hey man, hold this rock for me. You know what I'm saying? You gonna smoke that up. Why would I do that? So certain conversations is not for everybody. Know who you gotta have these conversations around. You can't have these conversations around babies, because the babies will take that information and respond a different way from how you will respond. And so these guys, they don't think like that. They out there teaching this foolery on these corners. You know what I'm saying? They really ain't talking about the hatred that they have towards the Africans, but they out there pushing the hatred towards the white man. But you won't catch them speaking about the hatred that they have towards the Africans. You know what I'm saying? Our African ancestors, because all of us ain't Israel, right? But they'll lie to you and tell you, what nationality are you? Oh, you Israel did. What's your father's nationality? You Israel then. Sounding foolish. But I'm foolish though, not knowing that there was blacks in America already here that was native to this land, as well as, you know what I'm saying, there was some that came over here that wasn't in slavery. So the games is over with, man. And so a lot of these brothers is unlearned, they immature, and to be honest, a lot of these brothers, they got families. And you would think now that they got families, they will act a certain way. But see, when the devil get a hold of you, he pushes you in a way to where he has you immature and spiritually weakened, spiritually destroyed. So you can look at these brothers, they destroyed by white supremacy, because white supremacy already then pushed them in a corner and planned them, because white supremacy is a tool of Satanism. This is why these brothers be teaching against, they teach against a literal Satan. They teach against hell. These brothers ain't holding to what the biblical text is saying at all. They got all of these doctrines. These brothers will teach against hell, but then talk about their spaceships in the Bible. Makes no sense. You teach against hell. Even in the natural world, there's a place for wicked doers. It's called prison. So why isn't there a place for those that do wickedness? Because the spirit man is always conscious. Why isn't there a place to tame that eternal spirit that's full of wickedness? But you'll teach that in Zechariah 5, a spaceship is in the Bible, or Ezekiel, a flying saucer, you know what I'm saying, for the land like a bowl, and Deacon the coffin to eat out of it. Come on, man, stop playing these games, man. You got Deacon the coffin thinking that he gonna be dipping chips from a flying saucer coming out of the sky. Pure foolishness, man. Silliness. Right, the alien doctrine, you know what I'm saying? What's going on, Mariah? What's going on, Built for Speed? Cherry Love, what's good? Tony Tebb, what's cracking? What's cracking? What's cracking? What else we got in here? Common Man 204. He said Farrakhan don't let no dark dudes in high leader positions. It's kind of Southside player. What it is? What's going on, brother? Long time no see. Right. Global media, what it do, bruh? By Shem, what's happening? Black Beauty Machine, what's cracking? Zabak the midget. Carmel, what's good? Alan, what it do? Florida guy, what's going on? Yourself, Yosef, what's going on, brother? Who else in here? Shout out to everybody. Appreciate y'all, man. I know it's late night. Yeah, but so that's the whole thing, man. It's just really understanding. You know what I'm saying? Let's finish listening to this brother. What he basically saying.
So we want to continue in the spirit of brotherly love, though we may have some differences, and we just want to kind of discuss the differences tonight in specifics.
Right. So the brother already then said it, man. Y'all heard it for yourself. The brother said G consciousness is no slouch. Deacon Akai, man, like you already know what it is, bro. Like you know already. Your doctrine is already on trial. There's a lot of error in it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all brothers ain't got nothing left. So y'all brothers scramble, try to get personal, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. If that's all you got, bro, that's ridiculous, bro. I'm not even gonna chase you with that. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to this information, you already know, bro, you can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? When we start talking about now, let me tell you about the serpent seed doctrine. Now, when I was a black Hebrew Israelite, I dealt with what you call the serpent seed doctrine. Now, let's hear how crazy this doctrine is. The doctrine is that the trees that was in the Garden of Eden was actually people, right? And not only was they actually people, that Adam and Eve was told not to, that they could eat from all the trees in the garden, which was these people, so to speak, but save the tree of knowledge and good and evil, right? Now, it's so mixed up, it's so foolish that when you really break it down, you start to realize, like, man, this is retarded and ridiculous. Like, this makes no sense, right? That's how messed up it is, right? And so, supposedly, the serpent, right, had sex with Eve, right? And so, when he's talking about the tree, somehow, some way, the tree is actually the serpent. And I don't know how they get it mixed up, but the serpent had sex with Eve, and therefore, the seed that came from the serpent was Cain. Cain. A lot of them, they teach this. You won't hear them talking about this, but they actually teach this. And so when you question them and they tell you this, it sounds really ridiculous. You start asking them questions like, hold on for a minute. What about these other trees? Like in the text that they use is Ezekiel 31. Also, when Christ says, I see men as trees walking, right? And then also probably other passages that they use. But for the most part, I know that it's those two that they use, right? The most part. Now, when you really examine the doctrine, it's really crazy because they'll tell you that Cain is not Adam's son. He's the seed of the devil, because they'll go to a passage and say Cain, which was of the devil. Well, that's just like saying when Christ says you are of your father, the devil. So they'll forget that passage, that you can be a child of the devil, you know what I'm saying, and not be born of, in a sense of some type of physical or spiritual type of rhetoric that they're talking about, the serpent seed doctrine. You know what I'm saying? Or they might say that the children of Cain made it to the other side of the flood. How did that happen? So after the flood, you talk about Cain. Before the flood, his descendants died out. Then you look after the flood, there's no Cain there. He's not there. So these are only Noah's sons, right? They're his sons. They come from Noah and his wives. And so these guys will tell you that somehow, some way, the white man, which was Cain, came over from that side to the flood and survived the flood. They have no explanation when you start to ask them, well, hold on. It says that only 8 souls was left. Where was Cain at? What was this white man at? Because the mark that you say that he gave him was it he gave him leprosy, or he turned him white. He was the white man. Then you got another brother running around here talking about that the first leprosy was with Gehazi, or that passed from Naaman to Gehazi, whatever his name is. That was the first white man. Then you got the Esau story, which is crazy, which they want to look at this book like it's just King James and that's it. You know what I'm saying? In English, that's it. They don't want to go back to the Hebrew. They lie about that. Then when you go to the people that know the Hebrew, you go to Ron Shields, he'll tell you that that don't mean that. They'll run with that. And if Ron Shields is teaching that, then he bogus for that too. He just trying to get a check now. So it's a lot of foolery that these brothers is teaching that's in his Bible, and when you begin to question them, they begin to look stupid. It's just like when your boy Polite was questioning the Gorilla Hebrew and made them look foolish like that. You could just look at the facial expression. The facial expression was priceless. He looked at pure foolish, and I'm just looking just like, man, y'all really make people really run away from this Bible. Because what y'all teaching is just silliness, man. And what you're doing is just like the world. You living the worldly way. We should be able to tell that there's something holy about you. What's actually holy about you? Sure ain't them garments y'all been making. You know what I'm saying? This brother stood outside with a slip and slide mat on with fringes on it, thinking he popping with the headset to match it. Makes no sense, man. With a couple of medallions and chains on him, you know what I'm saying, thinking he popping. It makes no sense. This brother is slanging, this brother is out here slanging napkins, head do-rags, and what's scarves for $24.99 when you can go to the beauty supply and get them for like what, $2, $3? Same size. This brother selling them for $24.99. Why is it that black people like to rob other black people? Why is it that you get some material and you want to sell it real high like that? I don't understand that. Then the brother say, well, let me do the 3 for 20. You know what I'm saying? I can't even get the 3 for the 20. It's a problem with that, man. Why do we always feel the need to be the biggest consumers when it comes to white people, but then when it comes to our own people, you go out there and spend all of that big money. But then when it comes to our own people, right, we ourselves want to try to rob our own people with material that you know that ain't worth nothing. You know it's not worth nothing. And if you are black, right, and you sitting up there and you selling something and it's good material, we expect that. Yeah, we're gonna buy it, because if you're gonna go out there and buy with Europeans and you're gonna pay that high dollar money, well, you should spend it with black people, right? The people in your community. Let it circulate in your community. But if you sell a material that you know that this material is just regular material, don't try to get people with $24.99, you know, on scarves and stuff like that. That's just pure silliness. Come up with something a little bit better than that. You know what I'm saying? At least Tazaryak now got these suits that they got Wilson leather on them. Them suits look really expensive. They thick. Their garments is thick. I can't say that. They do look like that they using some good material. They ain't that little cheap stuff, you know what I'm saying? This, what you call, you know what I'm saying? So it like it do cost a little bit of money because them brothers just really using probably some different type of leather or whatever, genuine leather or whatever it is, Bible leather, whatever. It look expensive. They got the spikes and the arms and all that. That stuff look thick. It look expensive. It look like that, you know what I'm saying, that it ain't gonna turn and rip, you know, or none of that. So these brothers playing games, man. You charge the people $24.99 for a silk paper mache head garment. All of this, man. And then they do this by getting the mind of the people. And so when they get the mind of the people, they know the people gonna support them. So the first thing they do is they want to start selling stuff now. This is what, see, and to be honest, if you got all this war, all this stuff in your mind, and all of this stuff, listen, if I had a mind to where I wanted to war like these brothers wanted to do, I'm not finna sit back and be making no headscarves. I'll be going to school to try to really make something happen, build some type of technology or something like that. These brothers back talking about they want a war, but got headscarves on like they some type of organized tactic force on these streets. This brother out there with medallions on. Every buffet this brother can get at, he there at the buffet. You know what I'm saying? So let's stop playing these games, man. For reals, man. If you want to know about economics, politics, and then another thing too is, if you ever look at other cultures of people, they always doing business, not just with their people as being consumers of their products, but they also do business with other people because it's called trade, it's called economics. And politicking. These brothers don't do none of that. And so when you talk about what Israel was, Israel dealt with agriculture. They dealt with science. These brothers ain't doing none of that, man. These brothers out here faking the funk. They using the people, getting them all rattled up, and then what they do, throw their products out on the streets. They learned that from the church because that's what the church do. I'm going to sell these Sunday dinners to those because I know black folks like to eat. You know what I'm saying? On Sunday. They doing the same thing. Only thing this brother got to do is look what he say. My music free, you know what I'm saying, but buy these handkerchiefs. You know what I'm saying? That's it, bro. The same thing. What's up with that, man? Why is our people, why do we do that, man? You ain't trying to get nothing to the people. At least Cesario and them be out there having cookouts and stuff like that. That devil slick, but, you know what I'm saying? At least they know they got to feed the people. What y'all doing, man? But taking from the people. Playing games, putting out videos is silly. And Gorilla Hebrew, if you got some type of decency, you should tell this brother to stop making your squad out of a goon, some type of goon or ex-crip, or, you know what I'm saying? Because this is like y'all still cripping over there, to be honest. You know? Is y'all fully delivered, or y'all still swagging back on that level? I may play with y'all a little bit, but this brother really think he Tupac. This brother came and was talking about, I feel like, well, hey, look, Tupac got shot and killed, brother. You sure you want to be feeling like that? Because that type of feeling got Tupac buried, unless you still thinking he's still alive and you got all his Machiavelli CDs. Tell me you ain't doing that, bruh. Tell me you ain't over there listening to Machiavelli, all the Machiavellis, and you getting amped up off of Tupac, off of that spiritual demonic music, causing you to lose your mind to where you think you Tupac, well, you gonna go like Tupac then. Because you taking counsel from a wicked man. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know what's up with that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm on a rant. It is what it is. But brothers is tripping, man. Bethlehem gangsters. You know what I'm saying? That's what your boy Seven Hog Mob said. Hooked on God. Bethlehem gangsters. You know what I'm saying? West Side Bethlehem gangsters. Them brothers is tripping, man. And so, right, global media. Look what he says. He says, buy from your own if you can and sell to everybody, man. Like, why don't you understand that? Listen, I'm going to keep the money circulating in the community, right? But the thing about it is this is that I also want to get money from other people too, just as well, from all cultures of people. Because I believe that the product, that if I was selling, if I had a product, that product is something that's good, not just for my people, but for everybody. You see what I'm saying? And so then that's how you bring money out from the community. I mean, from a distance from the community into the community. You just get money off of your people in the community. A lot of us are already struggling in the community. Then you trying to bust our heads with these little slippery rags that you got on around your head right now. You know what I'm saying? With a couple of fringes on it and all of that. I should buy a couple of those mugs and change my daughter on them. You know what I'm saying? Huh, wifey, go change the daughter on these right here. This is what they good for. But anyways, so let's stop playing the games, man. But in all honesty and all truthfulness, shout out to that brother for even taking the time out to even make the garments, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, bro, don't be trying to bust people's heads for that stuff, man. That's crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? I would never do that, man. And so our people got to do better, man. We got to do better, and we also need to be teaching that, listen, I'm not finna be sitting up there gonna go buy some true religions, because ain't nothing true about the religion. No, none of that, you know what I'm saying? All of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? None of that. I don't take the time to go do that. I wear regular stuff. Half the time I'm working, because I know I got to make money out here to take care of my family and also take care when I gotta give. I gotta give. My family, ain't no option but to give. Sometimes we don't even have it, but we still got to press and give. Because some people ain't even got what we got at all. So I'm not trying to take nothing from you. I'm trying to get something to you. These brothers find any way to try to steal. They see already our people going through some stuff, and what they try to do the same thing that some of these wicked churches been doing. Robbing people for money, man. Robbing them. Come on, man. Y'all wicked for that, man. I don't care who listening in. You got a problem with that. I don't care, man. That is wicked, man. Straight up wicked. And then make it so bad, all the poison you putting out on these streets, you know what I'm saying? Before you could be trying to sell anything, you need to get your mind together. So these brothers tripping, man. You got this brother over there at what's that brother over there at IUIC? I heard this brother sell a robe for $300. $300 for a robe? Dude, is you tripping? We shouldn't even be paying that money when it comes to these other name brand clothes. But you'll go and pay it. So to be honest, all of us got some correcting that we need to do. Because we so drawn away by name brand stuff, cars and different stuff and stuff like that. We so drawn away about that, we'll go get that and ain't got no money in the bank. Clubbing and everything, no money in the bank at all. And then these brothers, they didn't got the game with it because they know black people are spiritual and religious as ever. So the first thing you say something, Yahweh Shah, Yalawam Shalom, they own that. Then you get to talk about the white man is the devil, and they look at the oppression. They with that movement already fast. And then what you do after that? Yeah, now slide me some of them tithes and offerings. I'm going to keep feeding you this mess on these corners. Just give me a look. I even got something for I give you a couple of these wraps and a couple of these head wraps. Wraps and head wraps. And look, you good. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to come to you and sell it no more. We can get it over the computer with a button. Click. There you go. Digital. You know what I'm saying? Now, slide me some of that currency. And then after that, I'll give you one of these old handkerchiefs that I didn't prayed over, because that's what the church was doing, man. With a small fee. Nah, but this brother ain't coming with a small fee. So the games is over with, man. Like, these brothers, many brothers can get out here and start a camp and start an organization. And the first thing they do is always be asking for money. If y'all ask anybody about, y'all can ask anybody about me. Anybody. The Black Hebrew Israelites, you know what I'm saying, to anybody, to the Christians, I'm more so giving than I'm receiving. They'll tell you. I'm more so giving than I'm receiving. I didn't have brothers in there help me out, and I did what I had to do in order for me to be able to help other people out. They'll tell you that. Always doing that. Always trying to do that. So, man, y'all brothers is tripping, man. Big time tripping. Y'all out there got y'all kids out there teaching them that poison, man. Nothing but poison. Poisoning their minds to hate their own African people. You know what I'm saying? That is ridiculous. I'm not saying that you're supposed to be so silly to where you just conscious of self all the time. Because you got to be conscious of others too. That's how we can relate to each other. Because I know that there's this duality that's within us, to where one of those part of our conscience wants to be conscious of self, but the other wants to be conscious to those that are around us. You know, y'all ain't got no type of balance with that. Y'all just conscious of self and preservation of self, but then you don't realize that you live in a world with other people. So if everybody just conscious of self, then of course you're going to have war, because nobody's thinking about nobody else. So that ain't how you was made. You was made to be God conscious, and to be conscious of your surroundings, and to keep your surroundings. And that's not nothing that we don't do that. You know what I'm saying? We can get real selfish. So you got to be able to conquer and overcome that other self-consciousness about yourself that causes you to want to be self-centered and all of those things. And you got to know that you live in a world with other people. So if everybody's not eating, there's going to be war. And then so if you're dealing with people that's greedy, that's prideful, that's lustful, of course you're going to be having people that's warring against each other, because everybody walking to the left. They walk to the left with it. So we got to be to the point to where we're basically not in that type of mind frame. We got to be conscious with our surroundings and with other people and how we relate to them. Y'all don't teach that. Y'all don't teach that at all. You know, y'all going around got black people sitting up here thinking that they these Israelites, and that Africans sold them into slavery, all of this stuff, and you know what I'm saying, hate the Africans and then bang on the white man. Hey, white supremacy is the most terrible thing that there is out here. It's ridiculous. But white supremacy has birthed out you. You're the children of white supremacy. Why? Because every way that white supremacy wants you to respond, that's how you respond. That's what you're doing. You're taking, white supremacy was birthed out by Satanism. And so what the enemy wants to get you to do is to believe that you don't have a common enemy. Right? When you do got a common enemy. But if you choose to disbelieve that, and they choose to cause you to disbelieve that, then they can get you to bow down to Satanism and accept this very mark of the beast. Accept this image. So what do you have here? You got you guys acting like the beast. That's what you're doing. Acting like animals. See, this is why they're able to teach in our schools that we're animals, or classify us as animals, or define us as that. Why? Because we attack each other. And in their mind, it's survival of the fittest. It's social science. We study them. We put little games out like the Hunger Games, and we vote, and we do all this system that's set up is the beast system. And what it is an amalgamation of people, black, white, Chinese, whatever. They all sitting down, every culture, this globally, sitting down with each other, making deals that ain't even benefiting the people that's under them in their own lands. They just seeing how they gonna preserve themselves. We gonna classify ourselves as animals. So whoever at the bottom of the food chain or whoever at the top, you gotta survive out here. It's survival of the fittest. This is the mindset. And it's been a mindset since the ancient times. Let's use this science so we can evolve in our weaponry, so we can also evolve in other type of instruments to get us the advantage over the next man. So then, if it ain't white people fighting against each other on an international level, banging on each other, destroying stuff, being destructive, on a lower level, it's black people fighting against each other, other white people fighting against each other in communities on a lower level, while they sitting at the top saying, hey, we got larger beef up here, let's take care of this, and then we can conquer the world, and then we can do this and issue this out. This is the mindset of people, man. The lust of the flesh, pride of life, and the lust of the eyes. And y'all biting right into it, man. Like a whole, like dinner time, we gonna eat it up. Buy, sell, and trade. This the introduction of the mark of the mark of the beast. Then y'all ask me why I follow the Bible. I follow the Bible because I searched in the Kemet text. I've looked at every text that there is almost out there. None of this talk about this worldly system that we see from the ancient times, from our ancestors, and all the way to everybody else's ancestors. Everybody is doing the same thing. Living like beasts, fighting against each other. So, man, this ain't something that y'all not teaching, that y'all teach. Y'all don't teach this. Y'all teach foolery. Y'all teach the same thing that's being taught back then. You know what I'm saying? Which you be speaking on that you don't even be knowing anything about. Y'all doing the same tactics, the same type of things that white supremacy been doing, because y'all been birthed from white supremacy. That's why your attitude is like it is. You don't even know how to sit back and relax. White supremacy or any supremacy got its day. They got its day. But you out of season. And so, to be honest, the main thing you need to be doing is telling people, hey, y'all need to cuff them up out of this system. We respect the system, but at the same time, we ain't of the world, because we know the system is of the world. So I'm not going to disrespect you, but I'm going to pray for you, because you know what? God's wrath is coming. And when his wrath coming, it's coming to destroy everything that's using that method of operation to kill, steal, and destroy each other. All that's going to be gone. So if you're talking about killing, stealing, and destroying each other on an international or on a small level, you're going to be dealt with. It ain't about pro-black. It should be pro-righteousness. You got brothers that saying, I don't care if he was wrong or not, he black. What's that about? And then when white people do it, it's a problem, because when you know they do it too. Oh, he white, so he can shoot as many as black people as he want, and he still ain't got locked up. He just going around just killing people in hallways and killing people running with their backs turned and everything, shooting them in their head. And white people just look it up and just like, I ain't even seen it. They ain't see it. So y'all doing the same tactics as white supremacy. I'm going to tell y'all now. The majority of people is wicked on this earth. Whether if they black, white, or whatever you feel they're Israelite, all of them going to be wicked. All of them going to be wicked. So you need to do the right thing. You should be pro-righteous out of anything. Because you're not finna come to me telling me, man, I just killed 100 white people, right? And then I look and say, well, okay, you over here with me and my kids. You didn't ran over here with me and my kids. I got a whole family here. I can't harvest what you doing. You know what I'm saying? You done killed these white people, and it makes it so bad. These white people that you killed, they wasn't even at the scene or they didn't do anything to your people, but you went and said, well, I'm just going to kill them because this is the first white person that I seen. Not knowing if they even with that type of movement. You know what I'm saying? But you doing that, though. You ain't even got judgment, the spirit of judgment, to even judge on what's really going on out here. I can't harvest that. I'm saying I can't let you can't let you come into my household and you doing this type of wickedness. You know what I'm saying? I can't let you do that at all. And then you got that type of mindset. You got people to where they actually allow people to come in and basically live up under them, and they know that these people are doing wickedness out here on these streets. Free the Tez Banger or something like that. Free him for what? This brother been killing people, destroying people in the neighborhoods. What you want to free him for? He ain't trying to get no job. You know what I'm saying? And then, when you start dealing with white supremacy already noticed the first thing they do is, hey, they ain't putting jobs in the community. They rather put jobs in foreigners' hands than in the communities. So then what happens is, this is the tactic of the devil, of the enemy. What happens is, this is a method of operation where if there's nothing in the community, then you got people that's living by bread alone, and they ain't spiritual. They living by bread alone. They ain't trying to hear nothing what God's saying. What's the first thing they gonna do? Attack. They're gonna steal, kill, and destroy. So this is the mindset of the beast. And so when you got to look at these things, you got to say, well, man should not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out the mouth of God. Why do I not want to live by bread alone? Even though I know that bread sustains me naturally, but if I'm killing just to get bread, then I'm taking on the ways of Esau. And that's why God was looking at Esau crazy, because you rather choose the bread to sustain yourself naturally than the blessing which can sustain you eternally. Same thing with Adam. You want to eat. You looking at this fleshly natural thing. You trying to get off into that because it look good, and you choose that over than the blessing. It's the same thing, no different. Brothers is out here selling their souls just to survive. That's what they doing, man. Selling their souls just to survive. Living naturally and carnal. This what these brothers is doing. These brothers is living naturally and carnal, man. Everything that the enemy is doing, they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And they trying to put God behind that. You can't put God behind that. Is you crazy? Ain't nothing holy about what you doing. You still out here cripping the game banging. Only thing you did was put a religious stamp on it, and still ain't changed within your heart. Not even circumcised within the heart. How you gonna judge the nations when you doing the same thing that the nations is doing? Makes no sense. You are unrighteous judge then. That's what he told them in Psalms 82. How can you judge them when you're unrighteous? You can't judge nobody because you're doing the very same thing that the nation's doing. I see that these people got the media up. They sharing everything on TV, the media, everything about the rappers. What y'all doing? Y'all doing the same thing. Y'all more so in tune with the wickedness with the rappers and the street crimes than what's going on in the communities. I'm trying to help these people in the communities. Y'all out there going downtown talking about the white man is the devil. Why y'all ain't in the neighborhoods? Why y'all ain't feeding the projects? Why y'all ain't doing that? Ain't no blacks at downtown San Diego like that for reals. So if you say you for the black people, why you ain't where they at? You supposed to be in the hood where they at. Feeding them, giving them the gospel, trying to get them to stop selling drugs and stop smoking weed and living like savages out there and killing each other. You're not doing that at all. So what are you talking about? When I was out there in my time, when I stayed out there, before I had this job, I was truck driving. I stayed in the prison ministry talking to them brothers. I stayed in the hood. What I'm gonna be downtown for? Huh? What I'm gonna be downtown for? because I knew that my community need to be touched directly. Now, if God led me downtown, I'd be downtown. But I'm in the hood right there where they at. You see them brothers from Hog Mob, Hooked on God, Ministries Over Business, they stay in the hood, Zadok now. They stay in the hood in the projects, talking to them brothers. Sacramento up north, California. They been down to Los Angeles in the hood talking to them brothers, to them Bloods and to them Crips down there. You brothers downtown talking about the white man is the devil. White supremacy will tell you that they the devil all day long. They don't need you to tell them that. You need to be going somewhere, helping people, or doing what you need to be doing, feeding people, not selling these head rags or do-rags. But if you're going to do that, put that money back in the community. You ain't even doing that. When we going to see y'all brothers on TV having a cookout instead of having a cookout and not going to somebody's cookout? These ISUPK do that with their wicked selves. You brothers ain't doing none of that, brothers. You brothers living foul. All right, so we need to start looking at this stuff, and so, really, as dealing with what's going on with the state and the body of Christ in the church, y'all can have that, man. Y'all can have your own thing, man. Like, I don't get involved with that. You will never catch me saying, oh, man, I'm going to go vote for Trump or go vote for Obama or Hillary. Nah, man, y'all do that to yourselves, man. Because when Christ come back, he judging this government. And he gonna take the government down, whoever with that government going down too. And it's gonna be Christians that say they Christians is going down too, because they so entangled in that. You can have that. I don't want that, man. You'll never see me at the voters poll playing the hunger game. I don't care what takes place on this earth. God always gonna give me the advantage. Because you know why? Because I'm watching and I'm listening. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can go and get caught up in that if y'all want to. I ain't getting caught up in that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, I don't judge brothers that do that, but hey, look. Christ is coming to judge this system. And those that are acting like this system, they getting judged too. And we see now that in this latter time, the Gentiles is really cutting up. They cutting up. These nations is cutting up. Big time cutting up. We could be talking about community things right now and be destroyed. We can sit up here and be banging it out talking about apologetics and all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And the next moment get blown to smithereens. Just off of a conversation like what we have right now, off a conversation of we going to war. You know what I'm saying? Or silly stuff like that, just dumb stuff. These brothers is just looking to get known out here, to get popular out here, and that's it. Anybody can be popular by going out there in these times screaming that the white man is the devil. Especially when you got movies that's coming out that's promoting racism. You got all types of stuff. See, this is friction that they causing to destroy all mankind. When in reality, then you got the comedics, they doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? They pressing and pushing that because everybody is acting with this animal mentality and they forgetting to connect back to the source and see what the source wants you to do. Because if you acting out of season, because I'm going to tell y'all something, and this goes for Christians so y'all can understand this. I don't care how y'all try to get away from this. There is no getting away from this. Now, for those that are spiritual believers, those that die in Christ, or those that go on to be with the Lord and their bodies are changed, they're going to rule and reign with Christ. Now, for those that is on this earth, and that's talking about the Jews too, if these people are not accepting Christ and his rule and his reign, I'm going to tell y'all right now, the Bible says that God is going to rid the earth of all rebellion. So if you thinking at one part of time that God is not going to come and going to kill everything moving, this disrespecting him, you didn't lost your mind. Because God has showed that it was one person. God does not play no games. So I don't know why y'all going to teaching that God is not going to bring destructive forces against Gentiles, because he is. Now, when it comes towards the believers, you safe. You safe. You out of that wrath. If God keep telling you to stop doing something, you keep doing it. The only way he gonna have you to listen to him is what? It says he gonna bring calamity on you, misfortune on you. The Bible says whatever a man sow, he is going to reap. So I don't know why y'all don't listen to that. That goes for y'all Christians. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. I'm a Christian myself. But if you going around teaching people that God is not going to bring judgment on this earth, and that God is just he don't have no attributes of did you see of judgment and these different things, and you tripping, because God, he coming, and when he coming hard. He coming hard. So you better take heed to that. And that's on Christians too, because he says in the scriptures that he's coming. And once he come, a lot of people, his wrath is coming. And so it ain't in, just because we know God's wrath is coming, who told you to, where you can go and say, I'm just going to administer that wrath before God comes? Because God is going to bring judgment. My thing is this is, God is bringing judgment, and he going to tear some stuff up. My prayer is this, is that God, for those that turn, have mercy on them, do like what you did it to me, because I was out there living a destructive life, selling drugs, killing, destroying my people, any type of way that I can, and you had mercy on me. You took me, changed my mindset, changed my heart, you know, and that's the prayer that we need to have, because I can't say, well, I'm going to bring judgment on them, and I was doing the same thing. I was doing the same thing. I was doing it on a smaller scale, but see, God is not going to look at it and they're going to say, oh, he did it more than what you did it, so I'm going to judge y'all differently. Nah, no. Y'all both was doing the same thing. He did it on a larger scale because he had more power, and you did it on a smaller scale, but at the same time, y'all was doing the same deeds, the same act. So therefore, it is sin. And what is the wages of sin? Death. So you can't escape that. So really, you out here living wickedly on the smaller scale, on the larger scale, y'all gonna be judged the same. So we need to cut that out, man. And so just understand that, you know what I'm saying? That all of us got to give account for what we doing. How you respond to what goes on in this earth. Now, if it's white supremacy or if it's not white supremacy, whatever it is, black supremacy, whatever type of supremacy that's out there, how you respond to that will determine, are you linked up or lined up with God? Are you bearing the fruits of the Spirit? See, these brothers, they don't want to go off into what Matthew 5 is talking about. They want to go off into when this brother talking about, Lord, should we call down fire from heaven, the sons of thunder? And he had to check them, like, They don't want to call out to where he says, he telling them, you know how the Gentiles seek to be over each other, but it should not be like that with one of you. It says, for he that is great should be a servant, should serve. And Christ washed their nasty feet. So it's easy to hate somebody when they're doing you wrong, but to pray for them people when they're doing you wrong is the hardest thing to do. You know why he wants you to do that? Because he wants you to have righteous judgment. And he's trying to show you something to where even though that person might be doing some wickedness, at any moment, God can change them. And when he changed them, you're going to have some righteous judgment to see that. Because when God changed Paul, a lot of them guys didn't believe Paul was changed. But God changed him. Paul was going around chasing Christians, locking them up, and whatever he was doing to them. And God changed him because God took the blinders up off his eyes. He was blind. He thought what he was doing was right. Just like these brothers, Sakari, think that they doing is right. So we really need to be praying for them brothers, because if you start to look at Deacon Akai, this brother, he don't have no type of remorse about what he's doing. It's almost that he's reprobate. he's going around doing the same thing, probably what he was doing in the streets, but now he's doing it at a level to where he you know, it's like he's using the Bible to try to hide behind it. You know what I'm saying? To try to shield from what he's doing, and don't take that shield as if it's the shield squad, because it's not. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what that brother is doing. And so, you know, I think that he's making a fool out of the whole Sakari cap, even though they all silly, but he gonna be the downfall of that Sakari cap. It's gonna be him. And then if you look at it, they moving away from some of them doctrines they was teaching. They trying to critique those doctrines because they know they the one West breakdowns is getting ridiculous. They can't stand with him no more. Right? He ain't gonna say you're an unrepentant sinner, but you're white or black, so it's okay. He ain't gonna say those things. You're gonna be judged. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the fact. So we gotta understand that. Yeah, ISUPK, they do go to the prisons and all that, teaching that silly stuff, you know. But they ain't doing it but teaching what's going on already out here. So the whole thing with white supremacy is to basically get you off center. The whole thing with the media. See, what he don't realize, the dude who he was calling Dalen Roof, he knew what he was talking about when he was talking about the media. When he was talking about Neo, the dude who was on my panel. When he talked about the media is is something that the devil is using as a tool to cause people to believe lies and to believe the great delusion. You know, and God is allowing that to happen because God will give you a delusion because God is like this. If you're gonna believe a lie, He's gonna allow you to be deceived. So the delusion that you're given is through this web. That's why the devil's called the prince of the air, because he's the god of this world. He's taken the very things that you see for us this media and tricking people with this media, causing people to bringing forth a lot of atheists, causing them to believe certain things. You know what I'm saying? That is just not true. It's not true. That's not a shot at my brothers that, you know, this atheists, because I got love for them brothers, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, whatever you tell them, they believe it. You know what I'm saying? They believe it. And they ain't even you know, you tell them that, well, and then they do a couple of random tests and this and that, and then try to confirm it, and then that changed within years down the line. So they always never coming into the knowledge of truth, but always trying to search for this truth, but never coming to the very knowledge of that truth. Excuse me. And so the media is one of the tools that the enemy is using to deceive. You see how these brothers sit up there and took Vocab's face and made his face super red. That was wicked. And then this brother took this dude. He gonna say that I had a white supremacist on my stuff and some other stuff he said. And I'm just looking like, dude, like, do you know you breaking the commandments by doing it? You burn false witness and think it's funny. He straight think that it's funny just lying, and you got these other black people that sit behind these foolish women and silly Negroes sit behind him laughing instead of saying, bro, you out of pocket, bro, and what you doing is wicked. And then when we start banging on the One West, they sitting up there with their faces turned up, but we only doing what y'all was scared to do the whole time because y'all watched them do it and never said anything about it. Look at you watch AOC, your brother Hashar out there looking silly. This brother is pure light-skinned Hamite. He ain't got a beard or no hair on his face at all. And he'll sit up there and tell you he an Israelite, but ain't got a string. Like, this brother got probably like a little USB cord up under his face. A string of hair up under his face. That's it, man. And y'all let this brother sit up there and say that he's this and he's that. And you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying you look at this person and say he was an Israelite, but that's not how you do it. But I've heard people say, if you ain't got no beard, you can't even speak to me. Well, AOC over there, her show ain't got no beard. This brother told me, black peoples is Israelites because how they could play sports, how they could shoot jump shots. That's what he was saying, man. You see the ignorance in that? This brother looked like a pure West African Hamite. And ain't nothing wrong with it because I'm straight ham. You know what I'm saying? Pork, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Look at Deacon Nakai, man. Look at this brother, man. This brother can't even get a clean shave on his head. You know what I'm saying? So stop playing games, man. This is just pure foolishness. And it's just getting ridiculous, man. It's getting ridiculous out here, man. Yep, the media can keep people separated. It can make you look at certain things that's not true. It's always like that, man. It's always like that. Yeah, man, but I'm finna get on about it. All right, what time is it? 1:25. I gotta get up in the morning. Peace to y'all, man. Make sure y'all share this and make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure you guys subscribe. What is this right here? Yeah, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. I appreciate y'all because it's 1:25 where I'm at. It's 12:25. Y'all going strong, but there may be some people on the West Coast listening in. I appreciate y'all. Up late. You know what I'm saying? I knew if y'all wasn't gonna be up late, y'all still was gonna go and listen to it probably later on though. But yeah, man. So peace and blessings to the family out there.